This is often described as one of the most bizarre cases in the UK, not because of what was found, but because of what couldn't be explained. A trained intelligence analyst, a secure London flat, and a situation that, even after full investigation, still doesn't make complete sense. In 2010, Gareth Williams was working in London. He was a mathematician and a codebreaker for GCHQ, the UK's intelligence and cybersecurity agency. At the time, he'd been temporarily assigned to work alongside MI6, so this wasn't just an office job, this was highly sensitive work, the kind where very little is made public. People who knew him described him as quiet, very intelligent and extremely private. He lived alone in a flat in Pimlico, kept a routine. There was nothing in his lifestyle that suggested he was at risk. No known enemies, no signs of conflict. The last confirmed sighting of him was in mid-August 2010. After that, he simply disappeared. He didn't go to work, didn't answer calls. At first, it may have not seemed urgent, but as more time passed, it became clear something just wasn't right. Eventually, colleagues raised the alarm. Police were sent to his flat in London. The front door was locked, no damage, no forced entry. Inside, everything looked normal, nothing out of place, no signs of a struggle. But when they reached the bathroom, they noticed something unusual. A large red hold-all bag placed inside the bathtub, and inside that bag was Gareth Williams. The bag was fully zipped closed, and it had been secured with a small padlock. The keys to that padlock were found underneath his body, and one detail stood out immediately. There was no fingerprints on the bag, not even his own. The heating in the flat had been turned up high. Because of this, the body had significantly decomposed before being discovered. This made it extremely difficult to determine how he died. There were no obvious injuries, no clear signs of trauma, and no confirmed cause of death. There was no evidence that anyone else had been inside the flat, no forced entry, no signs of disturbance, which raised a key question. If no one else was involved, how did he end up inside the bag? Investigators tried to answer that. They recreated the exact scenario, same type of bag, same setup. They asked people to try it, to get inside, zip it shut and lock it from the outside. No one was able to do it, not once. Then there was his phone. It had been wiped completely, no recent messages, no useful data. For someone working in cyber intelligence, that raised even more questions. One theory suggests this may have been some kind of accident, possibly linked to private behaviour that went wrong, but that explanation didn't fully account for 1. The lack of fingerprints, 2. The locked bag, and 3. All the failed reconstructions. Because of his work, another possibility was considered that his death could have been connected to something more complex. At the time, he was believed to be working on cases involving organised crime and financial tracking, but officially, no direct link was ever confirmed. In 2012, an inquest reviewed the case. After examining all available evidence, the conclusion was simple. There wasn't enough information to explain what happened. The official ruling? Unexplained death. So, essentially what you're left with is a highly skilled intelligence analyst found inside a locked bag in a secure flat with no clear cause of death and no explanation that fully works. Cases like this are exactly why the Gareth Williams mystery still unsettles people today. Because even after investigations, forensic analysis, and years of discussion, some questions were never answered, and maybe they never will be. This file has been archived. I'll see you in the next one.